I'll use small words that you'll be sure to understand.
The properties of fool's gold.
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard!
You fool!
Fool, idiot, moron, nut, stupid.
You two are just dumb in a bag of hammers.
One of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
It's called fool's gold.
Fool's gold.
Or fool's gold.
Yeah, I mean, this could be the start, couldn't it?
Anything can be.
Yeah.
Anything can be. We can.
There is no start, and the way there is no end.
Exactly. Like, basically, whatever the start will be is wherever we've started to say something that might be construed as interesting.
Well, let's begin right now.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that people might have sent texts in, but you couldn't be asked to look at the phone.
You're going to throw me under the bus already? Literally, just before we started recording, I was like, fuck, I haven't got my phone.
But it's good, man. It's fool's gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
We should. If you want to send a text in, we should not be fucking reading it.
Well, we're not doing
They're
that.
fucking idiots. They're worse than we are, or as bad.
I haven't read any of them this week. So thanks for your messages on WhatsApp. It's 07520 665 442.
Well done. Who's the bigger fool, right? The fool or the fool that follows the fool?
Well, there we go. Probably these fucking morons.
All of us, we're all the same. We're all as big a dickheads as each other.
Anything happened this week, Mick?
Yeah, I've got one story, but I don't know if I want to tell it now.
All right.
Actually, it's not a story. It's a story, but it's also like a genuine question, and I want your advice.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll build up to that, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I've not had an eventful week. I did get injured this week. My dog injured me.
Really?
Inadvertently.
A canine catastrophe.
It was a canine catastrophe.
We should have that as a feature. What dog problems have you had recently? I saw a fan from Huddersfield.
No,
a fan from Huddersfield.
It was such like an old man injury as well.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's a proper like my youth is gone kind of injury. So I was like playing in the park with me dog, and like
and it's a beautiful dog. Let me interject.
He's gorgeous, isn't he? He's the best.
He's half black, half white.
Yeah, he's
just like right down the middle,
scruffy. Like he's like, we think he's like half staffy, half God knows what. It's loads of stuff. So he's like proper, like he looks like a proper dog.
He just wants you as well. He wants humans to love him.
He's such a lovable
That's a good
lad.
Bloody dog. That.
Yeah, he's great, but he doesn't like other animals really.
No, we've got to work on that.
Hates other dogs.
Yeah.
And like there's like loads of crows in the park where we go. There's like this crow army. There's loads of them.
Weird just to say that. I wanted to talk about crows for the last 2 weeks.
Right. Well, we'll get to the crows.
I'm interjecting, but I don't want to stop the flow.
No, it's cool. We'll get to. I'm more than up for some crow chat with you, mate. What else have we got going on?
No, totally.
So right. My dog Bernie Mac, right? He fucking hates.
Why is it Bernie Mac?
I love Bernie Mac. Do you know who Bernie Mac is?
No.
Oh, right. He's an American comedian.
I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, he was like, he had the most legendary Def Jam comedy set of all time. You know Def Jam comedy, like black American comedy show. It was huge. They filmed it at the Apollo in New York.
No idea.
Anyway, this was like what got me into comedy as a kid.
Oh,
I would stay up late.
He's got a lot to answer for.
Yeah. I would stay up late and watch it, and it was like the most energetic, amazing shit, because it wasn't like British comedy. It was totally different, and it was like Chris Rock and like.
Are we talking the heyday of America 80s?
Late 80s, early 90s was when it was Def Jam was a thing, and it's just all these heavy hitters just killing. And Bernie Mac, he had the most legendary set on Def Jam, right? Because like what was so great about Def Jam was that.
Is it Death Jam?
Def, D-E-F.
Oh, right, Def Jam.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I just thought you were saying death really shit.
No, it's D-E-F.
It's like when people can't say 3 and they say 3.
Yeah, no, I'm pronouncing it how it was intended.
Good lad.
Yeah.
I shouldn't doubt you.
No, it's cool, man. Like, doubt away. But yeah, his set was like, what was awesome on Def Jam was people would die on their arse on it. And like they were the most brutal crowd. Like if they loved you, it was like people were literally falling over. Yeah. They would be like shrieking and waving their arms and jumping around. Like, but if they hated you, it was savage. And they just showed that on the telly. They didn't edit it like Live at the Apollo. If you die on Live at the Apollo, they make you look good in the edit.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But on Def Jam, they fucking let you, right? So, and this episode, this audience is just not having it.
Killing it.
Just not having it.
They're killing the comedians.
Every single person, one after another,
just
they boo them off.
Really?
Just everyone. And then Bernie Mac just strolls out and he's wearing this like mad outfit. He's got like this sort of like colourful patchwork suit and like shades. And he just walks out and just glares at the audience and goes, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. And it's just the roof comes off. Just the balls on him. And then he just starts talking about how big his dick is. It's just like, I'm heavy set. I'm big boned. If I pull my shit out right now, this whole room gets dark. And then he just turns to the DJ and goes, kick it. And the DJ plays some music and he does a little dance. And I saw it when I was like 12. I was too young and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? I love it.
Yeah.
So like Bernie Mac is a hero of mine. He was like an actor in loads of stuff as well. He was amazing. So I just wanted to name my dog after him because I love him.
Fucking right story, that.
There you go. Yeah.
I forgot we were talking about your dog.
I know. I forgot as well. I'm telling the story of being in the park.
Yeah.
Welcome to this podcast. Or fucking, yeah, you know.
Please send us a text. We won't read it. So don't worry about fucking up.
So, yeah, we're in the park and Bernie Mac, right, he doesn't like this crow army, which we'll also get to the crows.
Crow army, man. That's totally right.
So, like, we play this game though, me and Bernie, where like, cause he's a new rescue. We've only had him about 6 months. He's still learning to like play fetch and stuff because he used to just be on the street and no one like played with him. So like, just teaching him games and stuff. So, but like one we worked out early that we could do is he has to stay on his lead because he's still training.
Well, I know one of his games is he touches the wall.
Yeah, I get him to do
that bloke with his dick out. Didn't
exactly.
You?
Yeah. So I do little things like this just to help him training. But this one's just like a bit of fun and way to get his energy off. I just go Bernie Mac and he gets like. He looks at me like this, and then I go, I'll race you. And he goes, oh. I go, this way. And I just choose a random direction and I run in it. And then he runs way past me because he's dead quicker. And then when he gets to the end, I go, I'll race you this way. And we just go back and forth and run around. And I started doing one of those. I go, Bernie Mac, I'll race you this way. And I turned to run away. And at that same moment, he saw a crow in the opposite direction. And he decided that was more fun than my game.
He's right as well.
He ran full pelt at it, and he's a solid lad. And he, like on those extender leads where it goes back into the handle.
Oh shit! You haven't got one of them, have you?
We got one of them.
Oh,
so it like whizzed out, and then it got
that sound.
It's doing that.
Yeah.
And like and it hit the end of it, and like because his momentum's full, so he goes tunk, and like pulls me in that direction. So I was turning, and I just twisted my knee, and like twisted my knee, so planted.
How far did he run in that? How? I'm trying to picture it now.
Yeah.
How many seconds was it?
Oh, this is all happening within like half a second.
Oh, beautiful. This is beautiful
because he's already quite far away from me. We've just done a race, and we're going to go in the other direction.
The lead was already extended.
There's only,
and you've gone.
There's only
full
this
pelt
much full pelt that way.
Yeah, full commitment.
I've just turned. I haven't even pushed off.
Yeah.
I'm pushing
Your
off this leg.
Your momentum is committed.
I am 100% committed, and I am not a balanced man. I'm 6'7" of gangly limbs. Right, my centre of gravity is about 4 foot above my own head. I'm not well planted. So I twist like that, and he's like, Leh! And I'm just on my back, knees caning, on my ass, covered in mud,
falling over. That's amazing
mate,
to watch.
I wish I had footage. It'd be so funny.
That'd be so good.
But yeah, and then Bernie just like he like chases this bird off, then runs over to. I've dropped his lead.
All right, did he go after the crow?
But he's bit. He only chases them to get them to fuck off.
Yeah,
just goes, and then when they're gone, he's
some of them are dead cocky though, aren't they?
But then he was dead good. He came back to me. I was like, "Come to me," and I grabbed his lead. Yeah, but he's still thinking I'm playing, and I'm like, okay,
like, Bernie Mac,
and he's like wriggling, playing still. So yeah, I had to
so
like
how bad is
back.
it?
It's fine-ish now. It's only when I turn on it twinges now. But I had
ligament damage. You think?
Very minor sprain.
Very minor knee sprain. That's horrible, mate. Were you limping all the way home then?
Yeah, and I had a full day of like I had to sit on my ass to go up the stairs and stuff. And like the worst thing was, right, we've had nothing to do for a fucking year.
Yeah.
It was the first night I had something on to go out and do something. It was on Saturday, and I did a live stream stand-up gig from the Frog and Bucket in Manchester.
Oh, right, did you? I've seen them going,
Yeah. It was weird. Like
no one there at all.
No, there's just the comedians at a telly screen with the people on. But so I had to go do that. So I had to fucking get a taxi around and driving because my leg's fucked. Yeah. Hobbling in. Obviously, if you're injured, the kindest, most caring people to be around are a group of comedians. I was with Freddie Quinn, just fucking giving me shit for being hobbly.
Yeah, and he's one that will definitely give you shit.
Brutal, yeah. He got fully naked while I was on stage as well. This is my Me Too story.
Really?
Yeah, I got Louis C.K'd by Freddie Quinn. He wasn't wanking. No, he got fully naked to put me off. Just to put me off.
In the wings?
Just right next to where the camera was.
Right.
Just to be in my eye line, like waving at me.
What? Oh, right. On that night.
On that night,
on Saturday.
while I'm trying to do the gig.
I'm with you. I thought there was an audience then. I was like, he's just naked at the back. That's fucking balls. But
No,
so
it was in the empty
that's
room.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And you had to deal with that. And you can't just go, my mate's naked.
No, I did in the end.
Did you?
I had to
Yeah.
because, like, I can't not be distracted by anything, can I? Like, I'm. So I was just like, I
You know
couldn't.
what you had though? You had your phone on you, didn't you? You should have got your phone out because that's blackmail.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Ah,
I did have it. I did have it as
like that
well.
with the getting it really, on the camera.
Zooming right
Yeah, I
in.
know how to do that. I can do that, mate. I can zoom it. 2 flicks and you're in. 2 flicks and you see the dicks.
For Freddy's dick, I need more than 2 fucking zooms, lad. Need a fucking telescopic lens.
Yeah, tell right, amoeba dick.
Yeah, so that's been the story of my week. So what did you want to talk to me about crows, mate? Because like they're naturally mine and Bernie Mac's enemies.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
crows.
Yeah, well, I've got a problem with birds per se.
Oh, we're getting back into your chauvinism.
No, not that
I just
type.
don't think they should be in the workplace.
It's fine, isn't it? Oh. No, the problem with birds are like, don't get me wrong, I love nature and I try to remember that, but my hatred for birds is quite strong. And first of all, bird songs in the morning, yeah? Birds are singing in the tree. They're not fucking singing. They're just shouting aggressive stuff at each other.
I heard this a while ago.
Of course they are, aren't they? What else? They're not going, I'm sat in a tree. We have that cartoon bird doing a lovely song.
Yeah.
They're literally in a tree going, fuck off. This is mine. If you come near here, I'm going to fucking do you. I eat my own kids. I'm a fucking nutter. Now, just stay away. And someone else in the back going, this is my tree. Yeah, I don't care because I live here now. I own this this branch is mine. That's what. That's all it is.
I know. We picture
I'm gonna
it
come
like-
over. I'm fucking gonna. Sorry, I'm getting carried away.
No, it's fine. You're inhabiting it.
So when I hear that, I just think it's a big fucking argument. It's nature's big argument. I don't want to get involved in
Sounds
this.
like a nice argument, though, innit? It's not like when you're in fucking Fallaraki and there's a Scouse couple next door who only came on holiday to try and patch things up and it's not quite working.
There is the.
Yeah, those ones are a bit annoying. Yeah.
That can send you mad in the morning.
It's true, man. Being hung over with too many birds outside your window is just...
Sometimes it's slightly different ones, isn't it? To the double. And sometimes it's just one.
Do you reckon that's why
you
some
think it
birds are
stops?
called tits? Do you reckon
Tits, blue tits. All of them are tits.
They're called tits because they keep trying to threaten people, but all they're doing is going... Like, who's that tit over there?
Exactly.
It's stuck.
Mate, they're just shouting shit at each other. And then do you know what else I pictured? Right? So I've talked about floating brains before.
Yeah, of course.
This is a bit of a reverse, actually.
Yeah.
I want you to now imagine a bird, right? Just get any bird you want. Now imagine it.
I've got a cockatoo.
Yeah, cool one. I don't know what that is, but if now imagine it without its wings, because essentially they're just little pods with legs, aren't they? Yeah, and they're honourable little pods, like body pods with a head on it and a beak, and the little legs. And if you take the wings off them, they're right honourable. The wings kind of make them look cute in a way,
Right.
But yeah, I just don't like them.
But
Yeah,
like,
the little weird pods that I've just seen without the wings. They're flying pods. Like we're floating brains. They're flying pods.
But if I cut your arms off, you'd look weird.
I would look weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
It'd just look dead long and thin, wouldn't you?
I know. But think about when one of the kids, right?
You look like a letter A, a capital A.
Yeah, I. I'd look like an eye. Yeah. But a lazy one without the sticks.
Oh, yeah. A sans serif.
Yeah. A what?
A sans serif.
What's that?
Like letters like Times New Roman, where they got like a bit on the end of the letter.
Flick. Cursive.
No, like I can't be asked to explain. Anyway, go back to your bird thing.
All right, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So anyway, I thought what's talking about birds.
You're saying about how they look weird because they're
So they're
pods.
bouncing around these little pods things. And when you see them in the sky, you just see a pod. It's weird. It's quite easy to picture them in the sky without wings because you can see the little pod.
I mean, they wouldn't be in the sky without the
Exactly,
wings,
but
though,
just
would they? What I'm now picturing is a bird plummeting from
I wish
the
they
air.
fucking would.
Just like a bullet.
Oh, that's what I was getting to, right? So they have kids, yeah? They have kids, right? Some of them mate for life, I think. Now,
Some of them do.
penguins
Swans do.
I like penguins.
Right.
That's another type of bird, is it?
Yeah.
Are they mammals?
They're another type of bird, yeah.
They're a bird, aren't they?
They are a bird.
They're
yeah.
all right birds.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So it's not the birds you've got a problem with, it's their lack of monogamy.
No, it's not that. It's not that. But I was getting sidetracked. By
Dirty, slutty birds.
Dirty birds.
Pick one person, marry him, or I'm not fucking having
Go
it.
with just one pod. You're taking pods everywhere, you bloody slag. Anyway, bird slag. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah, the kids have kids, right? They have 4 kids. One of them's a bit weak. So what do? They kill it. That's horrible, that. That is horrible when you think about that.
Or is it a way forward for our glorious society?
Well, at the moment, that's how we're doing it. Technically, when you look at facts and figures.
But, like, if you've only got limited... I'm going to stick up for birds on this one, right? If you've only got limited resources, because all they're living off is how much, like, mushed up worm the mum can sick back
Understand that.
That's all they've got.
Well, get a better evolutionary process.
They've only got this one. They've only got enough mum sick for 3 mouths, and there's 4. You're not going to get rid of, like, one who's going to be a fucking...
They eat it as well.
College-level quarterback.
Have gone past a little fetus that's a bird fetus on the pavement? We've all seen it and just thought, oh...
Yeah, but you eat
sorry
animals.
for them birds.
I'm not having this off a fucking meat eater.
Yeah.
You know, you eat birds. Have you ever eaten veal?
Lamb?
I
have, yeah.
Yeah, those are babies.
They're not birds, though.
They are babies.
They are babies. I don't eat lamb anymore for that very reason.
Yeah.
And veal, I think I've been given it as a child or something when I was in a... But no, I wouldn't eat it.
I had it by accident in Serbia. Like, because...
Serbia? You've been to Serbia?
Yeah, Belgrade's amazing, man. It's like such a sick city. Like, and yeah, I went on holiday there. And like, but I went in this restaurant.
What year was it?
About 5-6 years ago.
I'll do the maths for you. 2014, 2015.
We'll go with around there. But yeah, like...
No, 2015, 2006. I fucked the maths up, sorry.
I don't care, mate.
I know,
doesn't matter.
I know.
Doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Because I'm also guessing it when it was.
Yeah. Do you know what? I might have got that right.
Yeah. So like, I was just there in a restaurant, and like their language in Serbian, they use the Cyrillic alphabet, like Russian. You know. And
stop talking about weird alphabets.
I know, but like they've got like weird like letters.
They have 46 letters in their alphabet.
Yeah, and like some of them, they look like there's one that looks like a T, but it sounds like a H. They're all like that.
Yeah, and like a lot of them just have loads of letters, but it's only one sound. It's like, why have you got so many letters for a sound?
So it's a weird. So you can't read anything.
No, absolutely not.
Right. They had a lot of stuff translated into English. If you asked, you know, it's a major city. They've got tourists, but this one restaurant I went in, it was just literally like just Cyrillic, and I was like, you know what? When in Rome, I'll just have some. You know, I'll just pick some. So I just pointed and went, that please. And then the guy went, you sure? And I went, yeah, why not? And like, that should have been when a Serbian bloke says to you,
are you sure?
Are you sure?
Alarm
twice.
Bells, yeah.
Think twice.
Alarm bells will ring or should ring.
Yeah, because like Serbia is an amazing country. The people are incredible.
What's
Loved it.
What's the voice
food?
Like?
Awful.
Oh, really?
Food's dead bad.
We don't got Serbia for the food, do you?
No, but right. So they brought.
What's the voice like?
It was veal goulash. Like? So it's like it's proper like Eastern European.
Yeah,
it's Eastern European-y. And yeah, he was like, he like serves it, and it's this plate of like grey slop. And I'm like,
that is how I imagine Russian food.
Yeah,
you know?
and I'm like, sorry, mate. Well, they're former Soviets, so they're not Russian, but they are former.
Yeah, the Russian in disguise.
Yeah, I got said, by the way, what is it? And he goes, it is veal goulash. Shit. Because, like, I didn't eat veal in the UK with our, like, farming ethic standards. No. I don't mean to cast aspersions on the good farmers of Serbia, but I don't reckon that veal from Serbia has had the best life.
I don't think the animal rights are a massive thing in Serbia. No. I'm not 100% sure there's many people campaigning for it.
They've just sort of heard of feminism.
Yeah. we realise now that women should go out of the house.
Yeah, honestly though, mate, I would heartily recommend Belgrade as a destination. Amazing nightlife. The most attractive people I've ever seen.
Really, Serbians? I was trying to think. Yeah, they're chiseled.
God. Like,
chiseled, but are they cold and harsh people?
No, really warm.
They're actually
people.
really nice.
And like Serbia's like because it's way more south than you think, so it's really warm.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
Loads of countries are like that. But the Soviet bloc went very south.
Exactly. So it's like I went in summer and it was roasting. And we went to a beach in the middle of the city. They've got like a lake with a beach, mate. Serbian women, Jesus fucking Christ.
Bosnia's nice as well, isn't it?
It's the same area.
Yeah.
Same area of the world. Around there, man, honestly.
Croatia.
Same.
Bloody, that's Italy.
Mate, seriously, a British 9 is a Serbian 4.
Really?
It's unreal. The conversion rate is horrific for British people.
Yeah, I can imagine. We
But-
do look shit abroad.
We look awful, mate.
We're honourable, aren't we?
We are
well, podgy and shit.
internationally ugly.
We are, aren't we?
But the thing we've got
Beckham
is...
did a lot for this country.
really did a lot for our
He was
international
great,
image.
because you looked at him and went, you are good looking and you're English.
But the
That's
thing
what I
with
did anyway.
Serbians is this is my theory from seeing them in their natural area.
Yeah.
You know,
in their natural habitat.
in their natural habitat, world class fit until they get to like 35, and then they just crumble.
So there's no middle age.
There's no
just
like
fit and young, or
there's
they're
no-
incredibly old and made of rubber.
Or I didn't see any like MILFs in Serbia.
No,
right?
it's
like,
literally off a cliff.
that might be a generational thing, though, because people over 40 in Serbia have lived through some shit. So that might just be stress.
Yeah, it could be.
And like, you know, Belgrade's mad for that, though. You know, there's like, it's like a really great, thriving modern city, but it's also got like, you know, you'll just walk around the corner and there's just like a bombed out car park that they've not fixed yet from the war in the 90s.
Is it because they want to remember? Or we want to remember the war? Or is it because
it's
we have
like,
not got round to it yet?
Basically a bit of that. But like, honestly, the people are so chill, man, because like
I just don't see that. It's like I'd see it as harsh and like.
Yeah.
I also see like for some reason that capitalism doesn't exist there. People are just bartering with things and slabs.
Nah, mate, it's
Take it or leave it.
It's proper good, and like
You will die if you leave it.
I spoke to Serbs about like why like they were so welcoming and so lovely. Basically, they had such a shit time in the 90s that everyone now is like, right, let's
Party
focus
time.
on the little things and enjoy the good shit in life.
Yeah.
You know, so like that was a genuinely beautiful thing about it, man. Like, I went to see some old like communist monuments. I went to
What was that?
unfortunately, that was amazing, man. But there was
They're
no.
not built in that really 60s.
I went to Tito's palace. General Tito. It was like
General Tito?
It was the guy in charge of Serbia in the USSR.
Right.
And like he had a collection of batons. Right. He was just really into batons.
Really?
From like running races, but carved. There's like just walls of these fucking batons. in his
It's a
palace.
weird hobby.
Yeah, man. But like if you're a dictator, you can get into any old shit, can't you?
Yeah, some weird.
No, you can't-
And a lot of it might be military based as well, because there's a lot of like military.
Yeah. It was like ceremonial. A lot of them were like gifts, I think.
Well, that's their way of being woke, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like uniforms that are not too military, but quite
His
clean.
accent is not okay. Yeah.
I like nice uniforms. What can I say? I am an eccentric.
But yeah, man, it was a fucking
That sounds
dope
nice.
trip, man. Like,
Let's
love
say
to
you
go
just
back.
don't. You wouldn't picture like being in Serbia and being on a beach and it's hot, for example.
Yeah,
Does that happen? By the way?
Yeah, man.
All right.
So like, but it's not a proper beach. It was like a lake in the
We
middle
have
of the city.
stones.
Yeah, but like, mate, it was fucking awesome. I loved Serbia, so I would definitely go back there.
Yeah,
man.
I'd go anywhere right now.
Yeah, man. Like what they got in Serbia. The reason I went was I googled like where's got the best nightlife in the world, and like Belgrade was like up there because it's got like they've got on the river the River Danube. They've got floating nightclubs called splavs. Right, and they are just
Danube's the biggest river in Europe.
correct. But yeah, it's these floating nightclubs, man. Like they're all different. Some of them it's just like a little boat that someone's got that's got a bar in it. Some of them are wooden ramshackle things that they're somehow floating. Some of them are like luxury super clubs. It's insane, man. And you just wander down to the river and go to them. So cool.
That's a good way of like making the water work for you, isn't it?
Yeah, man. They've really got
Don't
it
let
sussed.
water be like not a place you can stand.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Yeah, man.
Like,
But yeah.
you've got bridges and you've got boats, haven't you?
Yeah, it was. Also, I would highly recommend going to somewhere where your currency goes as far as it did
How
in
much is it a
Serbia.
pint?
Oh, mate, it was like £1.
Yeah.
So,
It's all right, innit?
pack of fags was like 90p.
Yeah.
It's like I'll start smoking again.
Going back to 1994, innit? Just like,
Oh, yeah,
fucking
man.
sweet.
Yeah, they're good, man.
That is good, mate. Anyway, back to fucking why birds are shit.
Oh, yeah.
And as the aforementioned, they eat their own kids and they're not very nice and they shout at each other a lot.
Uh-huh.
And they're very territorial and aggressive.
Yeah.
They also they aren't the nicest of birds to each other. And I think I saw two gangs of crows competing.
Rival gangs.
Yeah, in different trees. So they flew back to different trees. Because my son's a bit like Bernie Mac in the sense that...
Dog or comedian?
The dog. Yeah. He just runs. It's two.
Yeah.
He just fucking runs.
Yeah.
And then he goes, this, goodbye. Like, that's this. Cause I always say goodbye when he does it.
Yeah.
So he just runs around. He just runs. So he loves chasing birds. Like it's ace. So I have the same situation. I see a lot of birds. We've got Fernville Fields, which is near us, and it's an expansive field with some trees. The crows, I've noticed them, because when you're playing with your son, he's just running his head off, and you get to see a bit of nature and look around and ponder. And I'm seeing these crows, they're going down, and there's a lot of water about sometimes, you know what I mean? They're competing for little pools of water and stuff. And sometimes they're having these, like, the gesturing to water. I can see the like battles. They're flying down, having it off with each other. No one's making a move.
Having it off with each other? Dirty crows.
Yeah, well, they're polymonic. Is that a word? What?
Polygamous, right.
Only the dirty ones. By the way, we're not
polyamorous, do you mean?
Is that right?
Polygamous means you marry more than one person, so unless these crows are having little ceremonies...
Well, you never know.
I now pronounce you wah and wah!
I take this little twig on his head. There you go. Yeah, that'd be weird as fuck. How many other crows do you reckon would be there?
What?
How many other crows would be at a crow wedding?
Well, you've got to have your best crow, your flower crow,
your
crow of honour, mother of the crow, father of the crow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's the two sides, there's the two families.
Yeah, and that's maybe where you get...
Maybe that's what you were seeing, mate.
Yeah, I could have seen a crow
because
marriage.
it's the two families separated off, and maybe what you were seeing was, like, you know that moment in a wedding where it's just after, like, come on Eileen's being on...
Come by, are they?
No, maybe got
weddings have you been to?
Build Me Up Buttercup's about to hit.
Yeah.
But... Right, the two Aggie guys from the various families have clashed. You know, everyone's had a bit too much to drink. Let's not spoil the day.
There's been no black lace yet.
Let's not spoil it.
Good.
Don't ruin it.
Exactly. That'd bring them all back in line.
Exactly.
But it could have been that. It could have been they're getting a bit nasty. But I just saw a lot of posturing, a lot of gesturing, and I thought, do you know what? Crows have got their own things going on. Like, totally, their own society.
Crows are smart, man.
Yeah, they don't. We've just got to live in such different worlds as some crows. That's why. But I thought they don't worry about all this bullshit that we worry about. They worry about their own. They've got their own little bits of bullshit to worry about.
Yeah, definitely.
And
there's like crow council tax.
I think there's some kind of crow tax. If you want to live near us, then I want
to give us a bottle cap.
Yeah,
every Wednesday.
Every now and again, something shiny and bright from my nest.
Yeah. You can train crows. Like, they're really trainable. They're really smart. So, like, I've read of
I've
people
not read
like
of this.
I have of like people like training basically a crow army
what do you train
to like
it?
follow them around.
Crow army.
I know, and like if I didn't have Bernie Mac, I'd definitely be doing that in the park next to me.
So you walk. There are a load of birds that someone's got near me, and they fly around in a certain. They're on top of this roof near
Are they
me.
pigeons?
Yeah, they are pigeons.
Homing pigeons, probably.
Yeah, they are. They're pigeons. I just remembered. The pigeons.
Very different.
Yeah, they are. Do you reckon pigeons and crows have it off a little bit? Just like, fucking come on then.
Well, again, fighting, not shagging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
crows
think
are massive. Crows always used to surprise
big
you.
beak as well.
Yeah, they surprise you.
They've got to fuck up a pigeon.
And they're arrogant as well. Yeah. Like, a lot of them, what annoys me, because I've been jogging this week 3 times, through said fields, and there's a crow army, right, set up right in front of me. And because I don't like birds, I enjoy unsettling them. Right. I enjoy the fact they've got to fly off a little bit.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Some of them will really test me. And they will stand, literally, they will not flinch. They're only fucking 4 meters away. And then I've started zigzagging through crows. I always shout at them as well.
Does it piss you off that they're not respecting you as a threat?
I want to get them to fly off.
Mate, I'll tell you what.
It's just like, fuck off, mate. I know your game.
If you kick one of them square in the head once, that'll be the end of that. There'll be no more disrespect.
Do you reckon I should try and kick a crow? I'm going to try and kick a crow.
I don't know if I can endorse this.
Kick a crow, it's like hug a hoodie.
I don't think you could kick a crow. I don't think you've...
I don't think you could.
No.
If I said to you, your challenge, sir, is to kick a crow.
You change that. You're like, oh no, I don't think you could. I meant, I don't think you could.
I don't think a human... It's so hard to kick a crow.
I think a human could kick a crow.
How would you go about it? Right. Would you go with pace?
I think you need the element of surprise.
Yeah, I think you've got to surprise a crow.
Here's how I would kick a crow.
They'll out-flap you.
Yeah, exactly. They're quick. They're alert. Here's my plan. Yeah. If you want to kick a crow, you're going to have to work up to it, mate. You're not going to kick a crow on day one.
No, right? No, I don't think you are.
It's not a one-day plan, Mickey. Right. What you got to do?
You've got to be more cunning if you want to
exactly.
kick a crow.
If you've got to get in the head, Mickey.
I do want to kick a crow.
You've got to get in their head.
I know it's wrong, but I hate
we'll
birds,
get you there.
man.
Right. What you got to do?
You got to taunt me. They do taunt me.
You got to work out what your enemy wants most. And what a crow wants is like little bits of food and stuff.
Yeah.
So you need to trick it with that.
Territory. It don't like you.
You can't give it territory.
No, I can't.
You can
It
give
don't
it
like
little
me being
treats.
there. I know
So,
it don't. It stares at me like I'm a dickhead.
what you need to do is start bringing food for crows with you on these walks.
Yeah, like this.
Right.
What do they eat?
I don't know. You're going to have to Google that.
I will Google that.
Give them a bit of it.
Yeah.
Like corn or whatever they are.
Let's just say it's seeds.
Seeds.
Yeah.
Scatter some and then leave them, right?
Yeah. And stand near like a scarecrow.
But not too near, right? You want to back up and give them space so they're moving towards you, right? Because you're not a threat. This is only day one. Gradually, you move it closer and closer, so you're just dropping it next to you. It starts to trust you. It's getting more used to your presence. And when you come, food comes. You're a friend.
Yeah.
And gradually, you get it more and more comfortable with you until it's eating off the tip of your shoe.
That's too tempting.
And then once it's there, once it's just having a little nibble on that grain on your shoe, pow! You punt it into next week, mate.
And then that's it. And like massive wild celebrations after like with 4 years of trying or something every day.
And he goes, "Brrr." I bet there'd be a really satisfying bit where halfway through the air it'd catch itself, right it, and fly off. It'd be like, "Brrr."
I'd like to. I'm trying to think about how I'd kick it.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
I think
I'd
you
like
want
to
to kick it when it's. I've gone to swipe and it's realised and it's fluttering. It's fluttered off and I've kicked it about like on a half volley.
Yeah.
So it's like
just as it's coming back up.
Yeah, I'm talking 3 or 4 inches off the floor.
Yeah,
and that
Catching
momentum.
it sweet.
Yeah, because I've got my own momentum and their momentum as well from the
Your
flapping.
bower against Wimbledon, we're thinking.
But then there's a good, I do kick it a good, probably about 3 or 4 metres in one direction before it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you've given it a solid thwack.
Yeah.
I think you want to go with laces as well. Aiming for the breast.
Yeah, I've just had a
You
thought.
put your
though.
laces there.
I'd like it to be able to fly away.
Right.
Because if it stayed there, would I go in for the kill? Would I get carried away?
Oh, that's too much. You can't.
Crow murder.
Yeah. I mean, we're
A
already...
murder of crows. Maybe that's why they're called a murder of crows. People are thinking about murdering them like I am now.
Yeah.
I want to kick a crow, but I don't want to murder it.
Right, okay.
In fact, I feel really guilty.
Yeah, I bet you would. I bet as soon as you kicked that crow, you'd be filled with remorse.
I would be, actually. And when I walked back into the Fernville fields, I'd feel like an enemy of nature.
Yeah, you feel like you have a bit
Do you
too
reckon
much
the crows
power.
would know me as the guy that kicked one of their enemies or foes?
Oh, yeah. Like, well, that's the
friends, sorry.
That's the thing. Maybe if there is 2 gangs going on and you boot one of them,
one of them
all
might-
the other crows might fucking love you.
Yeah, they'd be like,
that guy, he kicks, well, maybe the crow you kick is like their Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
You know, he's been flying into their nests and knocking them out of trees.
I've made a huge difference in the crow wars. They were losing territory.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they just come out into the territory they won and then meet each other with chests out, puffed.
Yeah.
And just do a lot of jumping and a bit of posturing.
Maybe that's just a little crow mosh pit. Maybe they're just having a
Could have
nice
been,
time.
like the hearing shit we don't hear.
Yeah.
And then I come through panting, I go, like that. I do actually do that. It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit.
I want to disrupt as many as I can.
Right, well,
The
you need
big armies as well.
You need to borrow my dog, mate. He fucks them off pretty
I
quick.
bet he does, yeah. Well, so does Joel. A lot of them wait quite late with Joel, though, because he's a lot smaller. And they'll literally just go, and it's a lazy fly-off, and that fucking winds me up. Like, go on, Joel. Go on, son.
Yeah, you want
Go
some
on,
actual
get your fucking
menace
crow.
behind it. Well, maybe your son would respect you more as well if he sees you booting a crow. He'd be like, you know what? I'm not sure what this guy's capable of. You know, I'd best be in line here.
I'll tell you what.
Booted a fucking crow.
You just made me think about this. If a crow actually attacked Joel, I think a crow would win.
You think a crow could beat up your son?
Well, he's only 2. He doesn't know what he doesn't know what. Yeah, if it were trying to take something off him, then he would lash out at it.
Yeah.
But
He wouldn't defend himself. He was being pecked to death by a crow.
I don't think he'd know how to.
Yeah. Well, this is a failure of you as a father, Mickey.
I've got to
It's
get
your
used to a
job.
pecking motion. But as I'm looking to murder crows, I must also protect my family
Yes.
from said crows.
It is
a
a
crow invasion.
It is a failure of fatherhood if your
is.
son can be beaten up by a crow, right? What you
I'm
need
not
to
gonna let
do
that happen.
is dress up in a crow costume. You can make a cheap one out of bin bags,
Yeah,
right?
you can. What do you use for a beak?
I don't know. You can make some out of a
Oh,
Pringles
traffic
tube on
cone.
your hand.
Traffic cone.
Traffic cone, perfect. And
Yeah.
what you need to do is, in this bin bag traffic cone costume, just randomly attack your son.
From above or from
And then-
I'll probably get on my knees and do it from the same
You
height.
go, bonk, and when he goes, you, go,
it's
you
flat,
should have got
isn't
your
it?
hands up.
Yeah,
you need
learn
to, you need to
protect.
guard.
Yeah.
Get tucked in, lad.
Yeah, it's run, guard, move, duck, guard.
Yeah. And then when he's actually fighting a regular sized crow, after fighting a Mickey P. Kerr sized crow, it's going to be easy. It's like resistance training, you know,
Have
when you
ever
train
got
at altitude.
Have you got intimidated by a single crow before?
Not a single crow.
I
I don't think there is a crow on earth that could intimidate me.
How big would a crow need to be
Before I was intimidated
before
by
you get
it.
intimidated? I'm just talking about low-level intimidation.
Yeah, like I'm like, ooh, a bit wary of
A
it.
bit wary, mate.
I think once we've got to the size of like a
chicken.
medium, bigger than a chicken. I'm not intimidated by a chicken-sized crow.
Are you joking? That would make my heart skip a little.
Well, that's a big crow. Like,
Really?
nah.
You're not bothered? So,
No,
all right, go on.
it
then.
needs to be the size of like a medium-sized dog. I think it needs. Once you get a crow to about this, I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
How
there,
tall is it?
About this, because they're about as tall as they are wide. Once
That's
it's
about
like
the size of an eagle.
it's smaller than an eagle. That eagles are massive, man.
Yeah, they are huge.
Yeah.
Some owls are massive as well.
Some owls are massive, but like a crow that big I'd be like, oh, what's this?
Yeah,
What's
but
this-
they're
what's this
aggressive.
lad?
They look like they're up for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like they're
They look like
smart.
they want trouble. They look like, I was thinking they're like football hooligans.
Yeah.
Like the way that they like, you know, when a football hooligan. We've talked about this, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're like
They
front
don't
up,
actually
back
fight.
off.
It's front
Yeah.
up, back off, front up and back off, mate, all the time. They're just looking to cause trouble.
How big a crow do you think you could beat in a fight? Like, you know, look, I'm talking about just winning
And
as
it
well.
wants how aggressive it.
It's
taken its normal aggressive levels and
it's
just it's bigger.
It does not like you. So
I think I'd struggle with a crow that's just over half the size of me.
it's got a big mobility.
So like if
benefit,
it if it stood up,
yeah,
it
puffed
would
out.
its beak would be resting on my bollocks.
Yeah,
Yeah, that size I would struggle.
because its beak could be like that by that point.
Oh,
wouldn't it?
fucking hell. The
Like
power of
getting
its
shanked.
wings. Power of its
Yeah.
wings to be able to flap that up into the air.
Yeah, it's got. To be
Oh, would it be
strong.
flightless?
No, it's a scaled up crow. It can still.
Yeah, if it's flightless, you'll easily outmaneuver it.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't fight an emu. That's flightless.
But surely you could get around the side of it and you're kicking it a lot, aren't you? Why is it? Yeah, it's got a
You
long
think
neck.
you can get around the side of an emu
No, you
without it
can't. It's got a
attacking
long
you?
neck, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be real. And they run about 30 mile an hour as well, so it's daft. Isn't it?
Exactly, man. You ain't getting away from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think any bird that's emu-sized, you're going to have trouble with.
Yeah, you are. It's intimidating, though.
Yeah.
Really intimidating. You need definitely need a weapon.
Would you rather fight a crow that's the same size as you,
Yeah.
or 100 regular-sized crows?
That's a really good question. I'm going to go, oh, God, yeah. Because I said I'm going to go with the 100 crows, but I just pictured them.
Yeah.
And they have the will and the want to hurt me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're like...
They're all just going to be like dive
Yeah, they're
bombing you.
kamikaze pilots as well.
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
they're happy to give it their own life, not bothered. For the
Do
cause.
not give a
Yeah.
shit, mate.
They are literally kamikaze me.
Yeah.
100 crows. Just picturing 10, that's a problem.
Oh, yeah. Once 10 crows are angry at you, you've got an issue.
Massive. I think 5 would be really difficult.
5 would be very it'd be inconvenient.
Yeah.
You know, but like 5 you can deal with.
But basically, the only area that can harm me is eyes. That's what I'm fearing.
I think you're underestimating the force that a falling crow going straight onto its beak can generate.
Yeah, maybe
So if that's
you're right.
spiking you on the top of the head, you're going to have a problem.
Have they had kamikaze training, or is it just because they're not? They're
You
not
don't need
used to do
training
that?
for kamikaze, do you? You
Yeah,
just
but
fly right at it.
I suppose they've literally like, you're going to fly at it as fast, but they're not naturally good at that. They don't ever do that.
Yeah, well, these ones are trained.
That's what I mean. Have they had training?
Yeah, they've been training with the Israeli Defence Forces, mate.
Yeah.
They've learnt Krav
Some of
Maga.
the best in the world, mate.
Yeah, exactly. They've learnt Krav Maga.
They've been
Krav Maga. Is that anything? Is that anything?
Yeah, man, that would be
Krav
a weird.
Maga! Because that's what they've done, Krav Maga!
I thought that myself, but just to go with it.
Yeah, no, got it. That wasn't the first one I thought of. Anyway, so these are highly trained. They've got I've
got a serious problem. I'd go with a single crow.
No, but this single crow, all right, what I haven't been telling you about this crow that's as big as you is, he's been down the gym, this lad, right?
What's he training on? What
He's on
wing weights has he got?
Stairmaster. He's been lifting up barbells with his neck.
Yeah. What's he got on his wings like? He's just lifting like little weights that are
Wears a
dangling off his
weighted
wings.
vest, mate, and goes flying.
Right. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and
nice.
And I'll be
call.
honest, right, before this fight...
Is he doing yoga as well?
Mate, all that stuff. He's been doing his affirmations. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
And we're not going to drug test this crow, so he might have been juicing. Right, you never know.
So you're talking. I've got
a roided up
crow
human-sized crow.
or 100 crows that have been kamikaze trained.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I mean, is there a time limit or is it fight to the death?
No, the time limit is very much how long can you survive.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the 100 crows because
I love how seriously you're taking this.
I can't.
You're really
I've just
considering
pictured
it.
fight. I think I'd have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, the thing is, I think I'd have to take the 100 crows because, like, one big crow like that.
It would finish. It would kill you. It would eat you alive.
And it's like I just don't think I can do anything against that. Whereas the little crows, you can pick them off. That's your only strategy. You got to survive.
How do you catch a crow, mate? There'd be a lot.
When there's 100 of them,
yeah,
fucking.
It's like when they're grabbing the money in
fucking Crystal Maze.
Crystal Maze. That's what it'd be like, isn't it?
Would be, yeah.
It'd be
a
like
lot more violent, and then nipping bits of your flesh off.
Yeah. I mean, if you had a contained kind of area where you could...
So we're going in like a UFC cage.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? You'd pick the 100 crows, no problem. Can you imagine if you couldn't get away from this beast? And if you were in a small cage, then you had to out-punch it, or, you know... Where would you try and hurt it?
I think you've got to try and get it on the ground and beat it with your grappling game.
Yeah.
I think stood up striking, you're in danger of the beak, right?
Yeah, totally.
You've got to shoot for the takedown early. I think with a giant crow.
Would you be reactive? Wait for the thrust of the beak, and then try and get on it. Because I tell you where's a good place to get on it, around its back of its head.
Oh,
so if you could manage to get
if
behind
you can take the back, mate.
And then I'd try and get on his back.
Yeah.
But its wings are powerful.
Wings are powerful. I think
you've got to get on the back and then just take it down with a choke.
I think you've got to go for a more long-term strategy and go for you've got to chop the lower leg, man. It's a big thing in UFC.
Yeah, but if you're going down that lower
kicks.
leg, you're right in the way of that powerful beak.
You've got to keep dodging.
One strike from that beak and you're in big trouble,
TKO, man. TKO.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, it's a serious problem.
And that TKO is death.
Oh, yeah.
But imagine if you got, like, picked by one of the 100 crows and it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Then you're vulnerable. Because
yeah.
you've lost your defence, which I'm presuming will be a very, very...
That's all you can do.
Around your head
just got
to grab. As soon as you go over a grab, you're vulnerable then. I'm you know...
I think you've just got to stamp and just hope you get one under your legs if you got the 100.
Yeah, yeah.
Wild flurries. Just spin around in circles with your arms out and hope you clobber some of them.
I don't think it'll work. I mean, I think a crow could take a half. If you're connected really well, it would take a punch.
Oh, I reckon if not a full punch.
Yeah, but I'm slightly like it wouldn't be a full punch, mate. You just you spin it around with your arms.
Yeah, but I suppose if you could just throw big haymakers and just hope you connect with a crow.
That's never going to work, mate.
If there's a crowd of 100 of them in a UFC cage, which I guess we're going to have to put a roof on for this, otherwise I'll just fuck off.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
You need to be...
But like, in a UFC cage, I think 100 crows would all but fill it. It would certainly... We could do the maths, but I can't be bothered.
I think initially, what you'd do... Because I'm picturing the starting whistle.
Right. You think it's like gladiators?
I think that, yeah.
On my first whistle, crows, you go.
Imagine if you got 10 seconds and you could just, and they were all fun, you were booting the shit out of them. I'd take that risk. You just get to boot crows for 10 seconds. But then crows, you will go. Oh, what if it's the other way round?
Yeah.
Crows, you will go on my first whistle. You have to do like little game show challenges.
Yeah, you best make sure you're winning on the fucking pommel horse thing.
What game could you do that a crow could do and you could do?
Oh, what game?
Nest building. They fucking easily won it.
Checkers. I reckon you could train a crow to do checkers.
Drafts, maybe.
Well, that's the same game, isn't it?
Is it? Right. I didn't know.
I don't know. Right, I think we're just going to have to keep it to a fight. I think that's what we're going to have to do.
Yeah, if they had... Imagine if the 100 crows had 5 seconds on you.
Doesn't bear thinking about, mate. No. Doesn't bear. It's got to be from the off.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. We'll add an element to it. Right. You're allowed one weapon. Right.
Well, that's what about the crows? That the crows allowed.
The crows are allowed a weapon of their choice.
Well, they go with the claws all fucking razor bladed up, mate.
No,
and then you're in serious fucking trouble.
One of them's got an AK-47.
No, an AK-47.
No, they're not armed. They're just crows.
What do you take?
You're allowed. What's your weapon? Yeah, what weapon are you taking against crows? I reckon
sword.
Sword's not bad. It's going to be hard to swing it a lot, get through them. It might. I think you want a blunt weapon, to be honest with you. I think you want to be clobbering.
Do you know what? I've just thought of the best weapon.
Yeah.
A net.
That's pretty good.
Because then you swipe it. If you could
Swipe and
2
stamp.
or 3, it's swipe and stamp, mate.
That's your strategy.
That is really good strategy.
That is a pretty
but
good strategy.
you're open though. When you're stamping, they're pecking your head.
Yeah, but you're taking them out, and you're just gonna have to take some shots.
And do you know what? A quick stamp, and then the one
it's at least out of the fight, isn't it?
The one pecking your head. Boom,
Yeah.
you swipe that back now. So don't get too close. I'm swiping my net.
This is it, and also that's how you beat people in like if there's loads of them in a fight, you just got to separate a few and then scare the others with how badly you beat up them.
Totally.
So if they're looking at you stamping the fuck out of some this is better. Yeah, that is better. I was going to say a snooker ball in a sock. That is a better.
And that's a better weapon.
And that is better than a snooker ball in a sock.
I was just thinking though, it'd be a really good feeling when you've got about 80 crows down. It's only 20.
Oh yeah, and then
and now they're just scattering.
You are covered in crow blood, head to toe, like the end of fucking Carrie.
Yeah,
and you just look up.
Yeah,
you next.
And the crows, they know they've lost the fight.
Oh yeah,
they're just hiding. And
once they've lost numbers,
they're
in real trouble.
Real trouble.
And that's when you start to enjoy it.
But what about if the big crow? And if you've maimed it, you start feeling a bit sorry for it.
No, this crow's a fighter, man. Like it's.
I know, but what about when you're choking it out and stuff? And you're like,
I would feel no remorse for this giant crow.
Well, you're in a bit.
It's me or him.
Yeah,
it's me or him, mate.
It's a fight to the death.
Yeah, like let's be honest.
It's roided up trained.
And let's be honest, this roided up crow is gonna fucking kill me. Yeah. Right? It's like I might as well be in there with fucking Francis Ngannou for all the chance I'd have against the roided up crow. I'm not gonna feel sorry for Francis if I punch him. Right, if I hit Francis Ngannou, I wouldn't feel bad for him.
No.
I reckon he'd survive.
Yeah,
it's a similar situation with this large crow.
What weapon would you take in for the large crow? Because a net's going to do no good at all.
Large crow, I want a shank. I want something. I want a little sharp knife. I could be like tap tap tap, tap tap tap. I reckon
just a little one. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just quick.
Yeah.
Tap tap tap.
Prison knife. Like
stab stab stab.
Yeah. You can make it yourself.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, the
toothbrush.
Exactly. I don't want a big sword because it might get stuck in. You know, and then you've lost your weapon.
Yeah,
and it's hard to wield in a cage.
I like that. Yeah,
you might get caught in the wire mesh. And that's going to be an issue. Whereas like a little stabby knife.
I don't know what.
Stab,
I
stab,
don't know.
stab,
a nice
stab.
I get that, but a nice big swingy sword.
Swingy sword.
Because I could hide behind that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm backing off. It's coming for me. It's quick.
What, like you're gonna bunt it?
Oh no, because I'm slicing as defense really.
Yeah.
And I get it caught a couple of times, and it's gonna start fucking croaking. It really is.
Yeah. The problem is though, if it deflects it with its beak, it's out of the way. You could easily drop it.
I tell you what, a fully sized up crow like that, I bet it's harder to stab than you think because those feathers are gonna really produce a lot of fucking, getting through to the skin's gonna be difficult, mate.
Yeah, maybe. That's why I'm going for like the breast. That's where the littlest feathers.
Go for the breast, mate. You're right in front of the fucking beak. You're gonna get your head chopped off.
Yeah, but like, I'm counting on my ability to duck and weave. Right, this is my only chance.
I'll tell you what, don't get it by one of them bloody wings.
Yeah,
because that will fucking
it'll
knock you out.
It'll fucking hit you.
That's a good place to start actually. If the wing comes at you, try and grab it and go up with your shank into the winged area. Not as much feathers.
Right.
That is a place where you can penetrate skin.
Under the wing is quite a good place. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Earn a wing, it'll stop fucking coming at you as quick.
Yeah,
definitely. I'd put a wing would be a good place to go for. I think with a sword you could chop a wing off.
Yeah, but you've got to hit exactly at the right point, and you've got to have a big.
Or maim
swing.
a wing, just slightly maim a wing.
Slightly maim, but you need to do more than slightly maim, mate. Slightly maim's only going to piss him off.
Yeah, well, he's
only going to make it worse.
And the roid's probably got painkillers as well, like with the roid's so roided
yeah,
up.
Man, he's west.
What noise would a roided up crow make? Constant.
Just constant, yeah.
Like it's shaking its head and stuff. It's
really thick neck.
Yeah. Oh god. And just the body is really difficult to penetrate. I've pictured it. Very intimidating.
It is very.
Yours is 6'7".
Yeah, is mine my size? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no one's got a chance against that.
No one needs a 7 foot fucking crow.
Do you know, think about roids actually? Just to get off this, I'd love to see Usain Bolt roided up to 9s and how fast can a human being run. Well, I think that should have been been funded.
If you want to see Usain Bolt on drugs running the 100 metres, watch footage of Usain Bolt running the 100 metres.
No, but it's not been done.
I'm sorry. It's not been done. But like, sorry to burst this for you, but like every single top level sprinter is doing something. Right, the drug testing regime in like Jamaica and like
it's world standards.
It's worldwide. Mate. It's worldwide, but they have no interest in actually catching anyone.
No, it's really bad for the sport.
They if Usain Bolt was caught, and like this is no judgment on Usain Bolt, he is definitely the best sprinter there's ever been.
Yeah.
They all are a bit, so you have to be to stay in the game.
But
And it's
my
not like
argument-
he's going before the race.
Yeah.
They do it out in their training.
I know, so they can build the muscle.
And
to win.
they have doctors who know when you take it, so it's out your system for the test.
The harder the
Everyone's doing
drug, the quicker it leaves your system, actually.
Yeah.
Because your body rejects it.
Right, yeah.
Like cannabis will stay in the system for 6 months on your
Yeah,
hair or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
So a long time. But it's not a very strong drug. But crack, for example, will go out your system straight away. Hence why you get the withdrawal straight away.
What they do is they use like substances that are naturally occurring. They just like boost them. So you'll have like more testosterone and more like...
Yeah. But what I want to say is this. So Usain Bolt signs a few... because he's past his best now.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's a football player, I believe, in Australia.
Sort of.
Weird.
Yeah.
But worth it for the shirt sales.
Oh, yeah.
But he at the peak of his powers, right? He's won everything.
Yeah.
There's no one left to fucking race against.
Yeah.
We should have gone as a world. Listen, I want the doctors to get the best concoction of drugs we can.
Yeah.
And we're going to inject you at the optimal time. You sign a paper going, if I have an heart attack, fuck it.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, he'll be all right.
Well, this is it.
Probably. And then what time can he do? And then again, I would also race him with people because you've got to have that instinct of like, fucking, I imagine if we got beat, So he feels like he's in a race, so he performs to his maximum.
Well, I genuinely think like they should just give up the pretense that you can have clean sport at that level. You just can't. You can't monitor people enough to do it, and everyone's that competitive, and there's so much money behind it. So just need to do it safely, and like monitor it and make sure people aren't like.
I'll do it
killing
unsafely.
themselves.
Let's have better
Yeah,
Olympics.
fuck it, yeah,
Just go for it.
I don't
Sign
give
your
a fuck.
fucking papers.
Yeah.
If you want to risk your life for sport, go
Well,
ahead.
we're already doing that.
I
If-
want to be
if-
entertained.
You think UFC fighters are going to have a happy retirement after spending fucking 30 years getting kneed in the head?
No, they're not.
NFL players can't remember their own fucking daughter's name. People are already risking in sport.
Charlton heading that football.
Exactly. So, like, chuck drugs in them. Fuck it. And also, like, actually, performance-enhancing drugs can actually help them. Help their recovery and stuff. There was a cricketer who got banned because they tested him and he had weed in his system.
I know, that's not going to help
It's
with
a
your cricket.
performance-reducing drug.
Yeah.
Surely, give that man a bonus. If he's out,
Give us a well done, pal.
like, facing a fucking 95-mile-an-hour fastball, blazed.
Just like, mate, I
That
didn't
is
even see that, mate.
Dude, can you calm down? Someone's going to get really hurt. Can you just...
Why am I here? Am I really paranoid? Are you trying to kill me?
It might help.
Oh, there's a crow.
It might help against spin bowling because you might just get into the zone.
You
and
might
sort of-
see the spin, yeah.
just sort of feel the it's going
like
this
slow
way.
motion, like, time stops.
Yeah, I
feel
can't
the ball.
imagine against pace it's going to help you though.
Not at all.
It'd be terrifying.
Like 90 mile an hour. I mean, I like the cricket, but you can't. It's very difficult to see a 90 mile ball. A lot of batsmen just watch the pitch.
Yeah, you've got to
You
watch
watch the
arm.
bowler's arm, and then it's down to the pitchman, and you watch for the bounce.
You don't have time to properly. You've got to be playing the shot already.
Absolutely. As soon as you see the bounce, then you're adjusting for where, and you're playing the ball a long time before it comes because it's that quick.
Mate, I was an absolutely awful batsman.
I've never been a great batter.
I like okay bowler. Mate,
You've got the height, mate.
this is it.
Nice
I've got a lot of
bounce.
pace and bounce. Like I'm not. My accuracy isn't good enough. But like I will bowl one ball and over that's a fucking ripper.
Belter, yeah.
But the others will all be
Someone
wide.
should have trained you. So
I know.
kid, you've got the physique to be a fast bowler.
It's the only sport that I reckon I could have been okay.
Are you
at.
a good thrower?
All right.
Right.
I'm not brilliant, but like it's the only thing I could have been like. Look, I could have played for a fucking village team and been.
Mate, you could have played like decent second class cricket. Let's go with that.
I am, like, why not? Like, I could have played for
6'7".
England.
No,
It is a massive advantage in pace bowling, definitely. Like the amount of whip I get on my arm. Yeah, I could have done.
Exactly.
I've got reasonable action as well. If I had a proper trained
If you've got an action that doesn't take it out your body, that's where you. Now we're talking real money here, pal.
Oh yeah, fucking get me in the IPL.
I'd have loved it. I'm a bowler. I was captain at school. I could bowl straight.
I reckon. Here's what I'm picturing for your bowling, right? Hog-hardy, sort of mid-fast seam bowling.
Yeah, a bit of swing.
Yeah, a little bit of swing.
I'm more. I was never a fast bowler. I was just accurate.
That's what I mean. Just like
Yeah,
Hoggard, reliable.
Hoggard was
Dush,
like 85,
dush.
90 mile an hour though.
It would get up there, but like it was
could
his
do.
accuracy.
Yeah.
That was what was deadly with him.
No, I was just like a bowling off stump. And as a batsman, I was really good at defending.
That's all I could do.
Yeah, my dad taught me how to a defensive shot.
Front foot defence,
And
mate,
we
is my only
practiced it
shot.
a lot. Yeah, me too.
Just get your bat out to your pad and
Yeah.
just dush. Yeah,
No
block it.
daylight, mate.
Oh, mate, just make sure you're pointing down so it goes down to the
Do
pitch.
you know what my favourite shot in cricket is, though?
Yeah.
It's a leave.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, I like one of them.
One of these.
I like to go into the shot.
Yeah.
I like the flow of the bat. The bat's going down, that's flicking up, and I'm walking over that.
Yeah.
I'm walking over it big. Sometimes I even like just to up and out the way.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know what my favourite leave is?
Yeah. Brexit. Yeah, glad we're out.
My favourite leave is it's a great delivery.
Yeah.
It's full length.
Oh, yeah.
I come forward.
Oh, yeah.
As one should to a full length delivery.
Certainly.
I'm looking to dominate the crease. I'm looking to make the bowler work. I'm not reactive.
Oh, no.
So I've come
proactive.
forward. Yeah, I've come forward to his good length ball.
Yeah.
It's popped off the fucking seam, hasn't it? It's a ripper. It's a beauty.
Oh, shit.
So what do?
Yeah.
Jump and drop the hands and my head flicks back.
Yeah.
And then I look at the bowler and nod. Well done, pal.
Yeah,
and people are
well
saying, hey, you did well to get out of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, I did.
Yeah,
That's a great leave.
that was a good leave. That was
It's
pretty
the
much...
pop and jump and down hand. Drop the hands.
Right.
You're playing your shot.
Yeah.
You're playing. Drop the hands.
Ooh.
Yeah, it takes a lot of concentration.
Yeah, I like
A lot of
those. Like
natural ability.
That was my only like strategy as a bowler was like get a couple at the red and rattle them. Like use me bouncers early in the
that's all you need
over.
to do.
Fucking get them dodgy.
No, that's all you need to do.
Yeah,
Get him in
man.
there. Get rib cage.
Oh yeah, fucking get
Get it in there.
Fucking yeah.
I could never hit a ball though. I'm not very good at hitting things.
I'm really uncoordinated.
I've no power.
Yeah.
When that was my main fault at football as well. I couldn't hit a ball really hard at the goal.
Right.
I was a nice player.
The only thing I can do.
But that's the hardest skill, really. Hit
The
ball
only
really
thing
hard.
I can do in football is I've got a sweet left peg. Like
Oh,
I
you
can,
left foot, yeah.
yeah. Like I can whip a delivery. So
But you
like,
want to be in the bloody middle, mate.
Well, this is the problem, right? My only skill is crossing, and I'm 6'7",
Yeah.
and I'm not fast, and I'm not good at dribbling. I'm
You're
a
not like-
terrible winger.
You're not a header of the ball, mate.
A bit, yeah, but like I'm
you
not.
couldn't get that. Yeah, I'm not heading
a
the
s-
football.
I can't jump that well, and I'm like, I'm just not that good at it. So like that was all I could do. So like it was just
I'd
really
like to
awkward.
see you though. If you can't jump, I'd like to see you in the box.
I'm
Balls
still-
in
I'm
there,
still good in the-
using someone else's leverage.
Oh yeah, I do, man. I'm still decent.
All elbows.
I'm decent enough at that to like a six-a-side sort of level, but like
Difficult to out jump a 6'7" man.
this is it. I don't need to be good at jumping,
No.
so I can do that.
Even at 6'2",
So I ended up playing centre back mostly. Would be where I
Right.
play. But like when I was a little kid, they put me a left back.
Mate. Oh, you're not a left back, mate. You're too tall.
I'm like Dan Byrne. He's the Brighton left back. He's 6'7".
Is he a left back?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about Bernie.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Dan Burn. Yeah, he's decent.
He's 6'7".
Burn with a Y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So it could be. But yeah, no, I was just shit.
He's 6'7".
I'm 6'7". Yeah. Did you not know that?
No, Burns more of a third centre back, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but he plays left wing back often. I might be thinking of the wrong Brighton player, but they have got a 6'7" left back.
Really? That's
Yeah.
fucking incredible.
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah, man.
6'7" left back.
Yeah.
You fucking.
It's possible.
You've got him on toast, mate. If you're a fucking little nippy winger.
You'd think.
Well, they're good in defence. I'll look out for that.
Yeah. He's a big lad. So yeah, like, but I
Let's stick on football because I've got something to discuss about football.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a thought that I had. It was a few years ago. It might have been a few. No, it would have been more than a year ago. I had this thought.
yeah.
I was thinking it kind of links with Olympics in a way as well, athletics. When we start getting prosthetic limbs made, right, that are better than our limbs,
Yeah.
right? So we'll get the technology like
Pistorius legs.
Yeah, basically, I'm trying to think of his name, but like, or you've got like bits of the body as you get. It'll probably start with aging people, where they go, do you know what? I've got a bad spine. Do you know what? We found a way of replacing
Aging.
it.
Jesus Christ. I thought you said aging people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you said Asian people.
Oh no, aging.
I was like, where is this going? It sounded like it'd probably start with the fucking Asians.
with the Asian people.
I was like, what the I can't wait to see. I was literally like,
no, aging.
right, yeah. I'm with you.
So, but they'll start replacing body parts. It goes back to the floating brain. We're going to be eventually what
We'll be like 3D printing spines. and
honestly,
stuff.
mate. Yeah,
We'll be like
once you've
Trigger's
worked
broom,
out the
innit?
nerves system to such an extent, you can do that. And the technology, it's there. It's possible.
Yeah.
We'll start cutting up with limb limbs that are just, and muscles that are, and everything else. And then will it go into sport?
Well, we might have to once you get to that sort of level where like there's more like engineering in people's bodies. That might
exactly.
be mate. You might be onto something here, right? You know how because there's a big problem at the moment in sports with like classifications because of like where do you put transgender athletes, that sort of thing. So the male and female categories are becoming blurred and it's more difficult.
Yeah,
maybe the new categories will be enhanced and not enhanced.
I'm sorry, but nobody is watching the not enhanced. If
it'll be shit.
You always watch the highest.
You
level.
watch the fucking 8-legged swimmers, don't you?
Of course you do. You watch the best level.
The people with a built-in robotic pole vault arm.
So slowly you're gonna get. It'll start with that, like designer babies, where they go, I've got all the best natural athlete genes. So then they're competing against normal. So then you've got that classification as well. But eventually, you know what? It's going to happen where you just got these perfect athletes. Absolutely perfect athletes, and they are enhanced in all areas biologically and physically.
9-foot metal dicks.
Well, let's go. But whatever the standard is, right? They're all at it.
Yeah.
So no one's better.
Yeah,
so basically, I've got a couple of things to say about this, right?
Oh yeah.
So
I'm here for it, mate.
The pace of the football game.
Yeah.
I cannot even begin. There is no second touch.
No.
Ever.
No.
I cannot even begin because they're getting to the ball so quick.
Yeah.
So if the ball goes in the end, it's a bad pass. There's fucking 3 players underneath it when it lands because everyone's so quick. So there is no second touch. So the pace of the game, I can't even begin to describe it to you because I've seen it.
Yeah.
So like a good chance, for example, would be everything's drilled.
Yeah.
There is no lobbing. It's drilled. So a good chance might be, for whatever reason, you've managed to do some kind of move where you've got the old half a yard.
Yeah.
Literally, you've only got half a yard. You're facing away from goal. You're 30 yards out, and someone's drilled it into your chest. That is a fucking good chance because you've got half a yard.
Yeah.
It's an overhead kick, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that is the believe me, the keepers, they know where the ball's going before you've kicked it because everyone's biologically enhanced.
Yeah.
So I cannot even begin to describe how good some of the saves are. You are talking.
You've got a robo keeper.
You've got a robot. He's diving before they've kicked it,
Yeah.
and it's going right in the top corner, and he gets there.
His eye computer's measuring the trajectory.
Some of the only shots that go in will be the odd slice.
Well, you'd think though, with that sort of football, I think there would be a reaction against it, and like to be honest, you're not far off from where football is now. And like,
well, no, you've got. Like,
I know you're taking it further.
There'll be no dribbling.
No, but I'm saying like, so the reaction to that would be if that was how football was, I'd go watch non-league. You know,
yeah, I know
like
what you mean.
It being a bit.
But
crap.
Get this: if that is, it would be amazing. To be fair, though, to watch.
Oh yeah, there'd be a spectacle.
It would, and then suddenly what you've got is because we've reached optimum level of performance for every athlete, and that you've got to understand how biologically engineered and how perfect their lives are geared towards playing sport.
Yeah.
That what starts to happen is this. It's not the players that become the stars.
Oh, yeah.
It's the managers. Because what they start to do is work out algorithms, patterns that are superior to others. So it might take about 55 passes for you to get the half yard. Yeah. But that's and then do you know what happens after that?
Yeah.
It's computers that start becoming managers, and the computers become the stars because the computers are programming the athletes.
What's the point? What's the point of watching though?
I know, and then the thing is like when everyone goes, "Way!" Like literally, a robot gets wheeled out,
yeah,
and everyone starts cheering.
Sounds lame. The future though,
I know that could happen, mate. Because
the future to counter it,
yeah.
like I reckon the way the modification though would be. It's the thing. Arsene Wenger's proposed this already.
The crazy offside rule he's got.
The idea of just not having offside, which sounds mad, but they've done it in hockey, and the way it changed the game was, and I don't think, I think football's a different game. I think the offside's part of it, but the interesting thing that it changed in hockey was it made skillful players more prominent because suddenly there was more space because the defense sits deeper because they can get forced back by the attackers. Yeah. So there's more room for little intricate passing. So that might be the way to counter
the game up.
That sort of physical dominance you were talking about. Maybe Wenger's a visionary.
You've got to have at least 2 players back.
Yeah.
Because you could just have one up and you just go, you have to. You leave one all the time.
Yeah.
So, it opens up the play.
Well, you could squeeze up to try and compress the play, but you don't have the advantage of the offside trap as well.
No.
So, it could work.
Well, you could squeeze, but you'd always... In fact, you'd probably squeeze with the sweeper.
Yeah.
I'd squeeze with the sweeper.
Have a little sweeper squeeze.
Yeah.
But that's it, man. So, because, sport is going that way. It is more and more data-driven. Like, baseball has been ruined. Do you know
it is
baseball's
data-driven, and
fucked?
Why?
Because of
Well, it's always been shit.
Yeah, but now it's so boring. It's the most boring baseball's ever been because of data. They worked out that what you normally do on a baseball field, they would arrange like a field, with the players in various positions.
But certain batsmen hit certain places.
But not even that. Just there's a certain side that if you're right-handed, naturally you hit towards the left. Yeah. So all they do now is put all their fielders on that side. So everyone has to hit their unnatural way. So even without fielders the other way, it's way harder to score. And they just do that for every play now. And it just means hardly anyone ever scores. And the scores have plummeted. So they're all no one's scoring home runs. So the game's boring as fuck.
Yeah, but surely you can still score a home run if you catch it.
You can. But it happens far, far less. You can still score. And people
I just go, see all them fielders over there? I'm going to fucking hit it over you.
Yeah. You can try.
That's my sporting mentality, mate.
And some people do that, but then they also get caught a lot more.
Fuck them.
Because it's a baseball, but it's not as accurate as a cricket bat. Sometimes it just goes into them. So it's not a case of fuck them. It's just you can't. So they've met.
But there's about 55 innings.
Yeah, but no one scores in them.
Once you're out,
you come back in for the next innings.
Oh, fucking load. You just go for broke every single time.
And it doesn't work because of the way they set it up. Honestly, the game is ruined. I don't give a fuck. It's just interesting. The data's fucked.
If I was American, I would like baseball because I think it's their
cricket.
Most American sport. Yeah, maybe it is their cricket, actually. Of course it is their cricket.
I think...
but I can't stand it. I can't stand the Americanism of it. It's just it's adverts. It's just constant adverts. And I like the way that people get pissed in the chair. Yeah, there's a good drinking culture to baseball.
Go into a baseball match looks awesome.
You just get pissed up.
Exactly, you're just sitting eating hot dogs.
It's like cricket. You do. We've all been at the end of the day where you are literally turned around,
big beer cup snakes.
Facing the crowd. Just everyone's just partying.
Mate, that's the East Stand at Headingley. Oh,
yeah, it's
what a great
amazing.
Day. What a great day.
Do you know they've ruined that though? You can't do the beer snakes anymore. It's just it's shit.
So for anyone who doesn't know, beer snakes are a thing that happens at cricket grounds where everyone collects all their plastic pint glasses and makes a big snake out of them, and then everyone just waves them above their head, and they're dead fun.
And they move around the crowd as well. Yeah. It's great. Yeah, and you can see them building in the air.
And then everyone starts gathering cups.
It's great. Yeah. They can't do that anymore.
They're not allowed.
They're just taking the fun out of everything.
Oh, mate.
It's corporates.
Nanny state.
It is a nanny state.
Nanny state.
The wankers.
Let me do a big beer snake.
Do you know what? I want to go with a story.
Oh yeah, you've got a story to tell me, haven't you?
It's more.
Tell you what, I'm gonna take a quick break to piss.
Really?
Yeah, we'll come back. There will be 0 seconds on the podcast.
We've never done this.
We have actually.
Are you taking the piss?
No, I just need to wee. I am now relieved of piss.
So, I'm sat on the couch, thought about having a wank, right? Mm-hmm. Oh no, I was trying to get my missus to shag me.
Right, yeah.
Should I fucking pay?
We're not counting anymore, by the way.
I've done it.
Yeah, it's
so I'm
over.
looking to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
She can't do it. She'll play with blah blah blah.
No, that's not can't. That's won't.
Yeah, it is.
It's like because you fucking can do it. Then
we talked about Christians who take it up the arse.
Well, well, there's not only that. Like the real gangsters run red lights, mate.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we've all
Catherine
been there,
Ryan
mate.
said that.
Really?
Yeah, it made me laugh so hard. But yeah, like I've you can battle through. Obviously, in a long-term relationship, you tend just not.
Well, she's not in the mood either.
Yeah,
and we kind of arranged to do it in the diary, which is kind of like, and I was like, all right, and I asked her again. About an hour later, because I thought that could sometimes be sexy, by the way, just not taking no for an answer. Didn't work.
Within reason.
Oh, right, yeah, I'm not going to go too far, yeah. Yeah. That
within a healthy, committed, consensual relationship.
There's no violence or coercion.
There we go.
To add that.
Lovely.
So, anyway, she goes off to bed. She's tired, blah, blah, work and shit. I'm sat there, I think, I'm going to have a wank. And I'd been really horny earlier. Yeah. But I'd lost that horn. Does that ever happen to you? Or?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, like you're just like, fuck it. And then it just sort of goes away. But like sometimes you need a shit for a bit. And then if you don't shit, you feel like you don't need the shit anymore.
Kind of, yeah. The same with wanks. Yeah. So I'm there and I needed a wank before. But I'd kind of, when you've promised yourself a wank.
Yeah.
And then you don't need one, but you still want to go ahead with it.
You want to follow through,
Yeah. So I went for that vibe. So... straight away I realised the Imagiwank ain't working here. I'm not getting aroused enough. So I went to a bit of help on my phone with some pornographic material on the phone.
Sure.
I don't do this very often. I'm a bit of a novice when it comes to porn and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went to Pornhub
on
my phone.
Yeah.
So far, is this normal?
Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm on
That's a fairly standard way to start a wank.
Yeah, I know. And I went to Pornhub, and then the first few videos that come up, I'm like, oh, they all look quite good.
Yeah. Well, they put the good stuff on the front page.
Right.
They try and entice you in.
Yeah. And I thought any of them would do.
Yeah.
But I was getting a bit greedy. I thought, is there one that's really a bird that I really...
No, I know the search, mate. You're looking for exactly the right one. I get it. Yeah.
So, anyway, I scrolled on it, and I see one, and I think, that's all right. And I tap on it, then straight away I got a message on my phone saying, you've been hacked.
Right.
And then it said something about security systems or something on it. I didn't read it all, but I made a noise. I went, ah! And I didn't know I'd made that noise. Rach said, because it's quite demoralising, really. So can I just have a quick first question before I continue? Have I been hacked?
No.
Thank God for that. Do you know what I did?
Oh.
I started really panicking, and because I don't understand the online world, and it's a real mystery to me, and I started really panicking. Do you know what I did? I locked the back door. And then I realised, as I was doing it...
Do you think they'd got like a fucking van parked outside your house like we're in?
As I was doing it, I realised it was stupid, but then I thought, what do I do? I'm panicking like mad. I thought about messaging you, because I know you know about this stuff.
Message me with
But
computer
then I thought,
stuff.
what do I say? I've been wanking, Rob. I felt like
You were just going to tell me anyway when we did this.
I know, but you know what I did?
Yeah.
Because my bird knows more about this stuff than I do. I had to
go and confess?
I had to go upstairs. She's just about to go to sleep. No. I had to tell her I'd tried. I had to tell her I'd been trying to have a wank. And my face was white as a sheet, apparently. I'd gone green. You know what's green? So what are you green for? I'd gone green with fear, right? And I've told her the story about I'm trying to have a wank. I went on Pornhub, and now my phone's been hacked. And I'm asking her, has it been hacked? And she goes, well, let's turn off all the internet stuff. I went, okay. And you click, the internet's off. Yeah. I don't do that. And it took me about 5 minutes to fucking piss all the X's on my phone. I'm thinking everyone's just going, yeah, it could be anybody. And I started thinking they're in my phone now. But then strange things started happening. I feel like, and I was like, has it affected your phone? What can they do? Can you tell me why I've not been hacked? And also, can you tell me what could they do? Because I've not looked at my phone. I've not looked at my bank. So I don't want to get. I don't want to. How are they gonna? They could get into my notes. I thought I've not written any passwords down. I'm really paranoid about it. I feel like I've been robbed. I feel like someone's invaded me. And it's fine. I've not put my phone on.
You haven't.
I've got updates on my phone pending.
Nothing has
I've
happened.
not plugged it in on a night because I don't want to get the wrong upgrades.
Mickey,
I'm really panicking here, mate.
Literally nothing has happened.
Why would they do that?
No one has done anything.
Fuck's
it's just
sakes.
a fucking pop-up. Right, it's like an advert, and it's a scam to try and make you interact with it. It'll have like a link or something in it that you're meant to like click and go. Oh, they'll try and like, basically they prey on you,
right? And they're trying to get me to click it.
Exactly. The fact that you just went no and shut everything down, you're grand. It's just a pop-up. It's just a pop-up.
How do you get rid? Can you press on the X?
Yeah, you can just close it like you normally. Don't touch it on the screen.
No.
Close the window. You know when you close like the.
And then go back into Pornhub.
Yeah, you can go fine. You'll be fine. Yeah.
Oh man, I've been shitting myself on Sunday night. I've been shitting myself for 4 days.
Just ring me, I'll tell you. You're fine.
I had to fucking speak to my missus and admit to wanking. I turned green. And do you know what's weird? I honestly felt someone's on me. If I turned it off, turned it off for the night. I've not been putting it on charge all night because I'm worried that if it gets an upgrade or something, they got control of my phone.
Nah, you will be absolutely fine.
I thought they'd sent the bloody upgrade.
I'll have a look if you want, double check. But no, you'll be fine.
Right.
Like I've
nothing's happened since.
No, like nothing's happened.
Paranoia.
Nothing's happened. You're fine. Like I had it once where like I used to order drugs off the deep web. Right, I would like buy weed.
I call
online.
it the dark web.
Dark web, same thing.
Yeah, can
same
you call
thing.
it that because it
deep
affects
web,
me that
deep web, dark web, same shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was on the dark web. I used to like buy weed on there in the golden days of like Silk Road.
Is that still going, the dark web?
A bit, yeah. It's a bit more difficult than it used to be. The FBI have sort of got onto it. They've shut a lot of the stuff down.
Them, you know.
But I got an email from someone like, you should have encrypted yourself online. We're going to report you to your local police if you don't pay us X amount of Bitcoin. And I just wrote back to them and went, if you want to go to the Leeds police force and tell them someone has bought a small amount of weed, be my guest. Like, I don't think fucking MI5 are going to be battering down my door for my £40 worth of cannabis.
It clearly
works on your fear.
There's loads of scams going on
There
all
are.
the time.
Here's some, right, I'll give you some good scam tips, right? The sort of things I tell me
What
mum.
to scam people with?
No, here's how you get away with it. No, things to look out for, right? Like, if you're ever called by anyone from like your bank or like a computer company, like they pretend to be Microsoft off,
They've got security questions.
doesn't matter. If they've called you, no matter what number it says on your phone, even if you look up the number and it's their number, they can fake that. If they've called you, hang up and ring your bank's number and ask if it was them or your computer company.
Right.
It's incredibly unlikely they'll call you out of nowhere. And like they can really, scammers now can like make it look like any number they want is calling you. It can be like faked. So it'll pop up on your phone with your bank's number and they'll be like, oh, it's such and such from your bank. Go through your security questions, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Make it
what is your password?
Yeah. And they just get shit out of you.
Jimmy 63.
Nah, man. Like
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. But they're like,
What are your details?
Mate, they're super slick and they're like proper get people. So yeah, watch out for that, man. If you're ever called, call them back. That's the top tip. Like no matter how legit it sounds. And like they will even say to you, if you're worried about this, hang up and call back. Because most people go, oh, I don't need to because they've said that. So go, okay, I will do. Hang up.
Yeah.
If anyone's ever calling you,
Well, Joe,
hang up.
I might have got scammed on because I had a silver account or something on my NatWest,
All right.
and there's a thing going around that they've coerced you into doing this, so you can have money. So you're paying like £10 a month for it. Because when I left my student account, they kind of made me get a silver account, and so I'm paying £8 a month for it.
Yeah.
And I remember going like, I just want to fucking. They made it out like I had to. Yeah. I was like, right. So there's a way of getting money back for it. You might be all owed the money back, a few £100, blah blah blah. So I've done some stuff with them, and I remember saying, I'm giving over. I think what was I giving over? Card details or something.
Card details is fine. Give that to shops if you're buying shit.
Exactly, I suppose. Yeah. I didn't give them the strip number at the back.
There you go. That you need to keep. Your PIN number, stuff like that. Don't give anyone. Right. But like your card number, you can give.
Yeah, I did, and I did say to them, oh, "This is a scam. I'm being scammed here." And he said something. Yeah, I'm not going to ask for your reverse number on the back. I went, absolutely fine then. But in my head, I'm going, "Yeah, I don't know about this. You could still be scamming me, but I don't want to sound like a dickhead. To be honest, I'll happily get scammed just for just so I don't feel like I sound like a dickhead right now." Yeah,
like if anyone is watching this who is a scammer, prime fucking target. I'll be honest with you, real easy to scam.
Do you know what I got getting called up by a lot of Indians in in like faraway places, and they're like working for all these fucking data companies. Yeah. And you can hear it. It's like they are in India.
Yeah, they are.
And they're like, do you live at this certain address? I'm like, yeah. And then they're always trying to sell me something, but they tell me they're not selling something. It's dirt. They're saying they want it just for information the other day. And I must be on some kind of fucking, like they've got dickhead fucking, here's a dickhead number, everyone phone him. Yeah. I think I'm on that.
Probably, yeah.
So, but what I've started doing now, do you know what I've started doing, which is a good technique of getting rid of people? Because they're Indian as well. I'm thinking about, they're being suppressed by an international monetary system. Uh-huh. So I start talking about anti-capitalism. And I'm not kidding you. Okay. Do you know, lads, that you're being oppressed? Have you ever considered capitalist realism, the fact that you can't even see other alternatives? You're being oppressed. Can you tell me what you earn an hour? And just start target and literally put the phone down within 5 seconds. As soon as you mention anti-capitalist, that's it. Phone down. Yeah. So that's a good way of getting rid of them. Just go on an anti-capitalist rant.
I just hang up. That's all I do.
Oh, I don't like doing that.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like I need to.
If you've called me, I don't owe you shit. It's like people who knock at my fucking door. Like my missus always, if someone knocks at the door, like she'll be talking to them for half an hour while they ask a question.
Because it's polite.
Yeah, whereas talking to me, I'm like, there's these people around here, right? It's where I live is currently a low traffic neighbourhood, right? It's like this new thing. They put like big planters in some of the roads so cars can't get down, so you've got to like walk around.
Oh, really?
And like, it's quite nice.
I drove here all right.
Well, yeah, you can get through some streets. It's very controversial locally anyway. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. I couldn't care. Do what you fucking want.
I've noticed there's no throughways sometimes to the main roads.
Exactly, yeah. But like, so because it's controversial, there's like groups coming round all the time canvassing opinions. There's like two groups. There's a group that loves it and there's a group who hates it, and they're always round asking the same shit. And like, you know, my missus spoke to one of them for like fucking 40 minutes, and then like saying,
is she in favour of them?
Yeah, and like, you know, vaguely, like neither of us give that much of a fuck. But like the guy, they came round when I was in, and like it was a much shorter conversation. The guy was like, "Oh, can I ask you some questions about this?" I was like, "I'll be honest with you, I don't care." I was like, "People are well, you can do what you want," and he goes, "Well, thing is, I'm trying to, you know, we're trying to get people to come to a meeting on Sunday." And I went, "I'll stop you there. I'm not coming to a fucking meeting. Best of luck to you. Close the door."
I just go with the capitalist rant now.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered the fact that none of the safety on the roads, none of it's possible under a capitalist framework?
See,
like, are you short funded? That's capitalism. I'll just keep going, mate. They will fuck off.
You do look like a guy
seconds.
who would sit in a city centre ranting like that.
Yeah, I've gone for
You
that
know,
look,
like-
Anna.
like
I'm
the-
also getting longer hair. I'm becoming a weirder and weirder as lockdown continues.
100%.
I'm reading too many weird books.
Yeah, you're definitely getting odd. Do you reckon you might end up being like the local weirdo? Like, you know,
I don't go
everywhere's
on
got
about
one.
it. I don't go on about it. I don't rave on about politics.
Yeah,
It's
I
not-
mean, the listeners of this podcast.
Oh
might
right, no,
disagree.
I do to the odd mate when I'm having a chat.
Yeah.
But not really. I'll never do it publicly. No.
Yeah.
But and I'm going to try and get rid of people. It's a good way of getting rid of people.
Did you have one of those in your town? Like, we had some fucking
There's always
quality weirdos.
Yeah, there's always a few. Most of them are religious.
Yeah, we had one who was, well, there was Rudy in the next town over. He was fully lunatic. He'd carve a cross in his forehead all the time. He had a big scar on his forehead. He called me lamppost man. Whenever I'd walk past, he'd be like, "Hey, lamppost man, you look like a lamppost," like that.
What was he a religious freak?
He would sit with a Bible recounting verses. But my favourite,
I love them guys.
yeah, they're committed.
Yeah,
Like
they're passionate.
Well, this is it. Like, I think they're not religious mentals, you know. I don't think they're the mental religious ones, right? If you're like one of the people in the street with a boombox, like ranting and preaching, those are the only sane religious people. How crazy do you have to be to believe there is an all-powerful God who created the universe, knows everything you do and think, and wants you to live by certain rules, and go, "I'll half-arse it"? That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Or not have the will to go. Listen, everybody else, you're going to hell.
Exactly.
I've
Say
got to
something.
do something about it.
Say something.
Yeah, they're
They
caring. They're not selfish. Yeah.
They think we're all going to burn in hell.
Yeah.
That's the only rational reaction to those rules. That if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
believe them, like if you're
Well,
committed,
I've talked about this before. Look, we don't believe in full stories. Most of us take bits and we mesh it into.
But if you believe there's an omnipotent God, there's no little bit of this, little bit of that.
Yeah, people like to believe. Oh, I just believe in fate.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
That-
and I would say to them,
that's
you know what?
fine.
How many children have died today? How many stillborn children have died today? But it's true, isn't it?
I
It's
know
just
it
meant
is,
to
but,
be.
like, what
That's the
fucking
first thing I
heavy
say.
angle.
I know. That's the first thing I say to them.
There is no comeback.
Yeah, there is. It's like you say. So what have they done wrong in a previous life to have so much misery? How come they've not got a shot at it and you have? What have you done? Why did fate turn on them?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as fate. But then again, I'm the guy that I won't walk over 3 fucking.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean?
I do think karma is like a really insidious worldview. I don't think it's good, the idea of karma. I don't think, because the idea is that people get what they deserve ultimately, and I think that
It's definitely not true.
definitely
It's like
not
the old
true.
maxim of if you work hard, you'll get rewarded.
Yeah, no,
what
it's not
about the
true.
cleaner who works 3 jobs?
Well, exactly. Like no
And
one
struggles.
works harder than them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, you know, you got to work hard and smart.
Yeah,
but
gotta work
but
hard,
no,
not
like
smart.
it's fucked on that. Tell you another weirdo we had. Right? This one wasn't religious, right? This was a guy who used to he would watch young girls play tennis through through our school. He would just hang around.
Right.
Creepy dude. His name
It sounds a bit creepy.
was Johnny Three Socks.
Why was he called Johnny Three Socks?
Because one of his hands looked like a foot. He had this weird clubby foot hand.
Right.
It's got called Johnny
Club
Three
hand.
Socks.
Johnny Three Socks. Like a Michael Jackson white glove on it as well.
But he was a definite nonce, so it was
Yeah.
it was fine.
Yeah, he sounds like it, mate.
Johnny Three Socks.
Johnny Three Socks hanging around North Yorkshire.
Yeah.
How old was he?
Oh, too old to be watching kids playing tennis.
Yeah, well, what's too old to watch kids play tennis?
I'd say anything above school age is too old, unless you're like instructing them.
Yeah, like if you're 16 and you're just watching a lot of 13-year-olds girls play tennis, that's weird, isn't it?
Still weird, but I would put that under youthful curiosity.
Okay,
if you're 16, you're still a kid.
Yeah,
you're just
youthful.
Probably,
officer. It was just a bit of youthful curiosity.
Although probably if you are, watch the girls in your own year.
That's all right.
Probably,
that's just
stick to that.
That's been just a standard pervert.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's absolutely normal behaviour.
Completely. But if you're in your 60s, shuffling around outside of school.
If you're in your late teens.
In your late teens.
20s,
20s is not okay.
No.
Tell you a thing that gets weirder the older you get. You know those lads? There was always one at school who, like, there would be a girl in your year who was going out with a bigger boy who had a car.
Yeah.
And it'd turn up. And that was like the coolest shit when you were like 15 and all the girls would be like jealous and she'd be like, I've got an older boyfriend. That's fucked up now, isn't it? These fucking 25-year-old lads picking up girls from school.
If you're like, there were like 15-year-olds going out with 18, 19, 20-year-olds.
Oh, yeah. And I remember...
18's not too bad.
Hey, look...
if you're 19 and you go out with a 15-year-old, that's pretty fucked up.
Exactly. But if you're 26 and 30,
I knew there was one... hold on. She was 13 and he was 17.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
It's still not all right. You're at very different stages of development. It's not necessarily the years of age gap, it's when it is, because it's such a developmental stage. Bit off. And I remember being like 15 and being like jealous of these lads with the car.
Yeah.
Because they'd be creaming off all the fit girls in my year.
2 years is
and
fine.
I'd be like,
2 years, 15, 17.
Yeah.
That's technically rape, by the way.
I know, but like, it's, technically.
That's how it is. I mean, how many of them get punished?
Well, thankfully, not many.
No.
Because, that's...
apart from the ones that are actually... Yeah. Let's not go into it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But like what I said, when I was like 15, I remember being like, when I grow up, I want to be like those lads. And then I got to that age and I went, I don't want to be like those lads.
I want to bang a 25-year-old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want someone my own age.
Well, I was like 19 when I said that to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go for older birds.
Yeah.
You bang a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
By the way, when I was 19, I wasn't banging really anyone. I was just smoking loads of weed.
Exactly.
Dreaming of banging, like trying to chat up 15-year-olds. I didn't have a car. Wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. But
listen, when I was 19, I had nothing to offer a 15-year-old that a 15-year-old didn't have.
No, but unfortunately, one day I tried to chat up a 15-year-old crow and their dad came down.
An army of them.
You know what? I reckon we have done well long enough here today. I think that's about it.
Yeah, send us a text, guys.
Yeah, I might read it next week.
You never know.
07520 665 442 is the text WhatsApp number. Send us videos, send us pictures, send us whatever. Send us drawings of big crows.
I'm about to say, send us a video of some crows and how you would go about defeating them.
It's been an absolute joy, mate.
Because that's been the main
theme. Yeah. But it's been a pleasure, mate. I really enjoyed this one.
It's been our best one.
I think it's been a joy.
Yeah.
Right, we'll be back again sometime next week.
That felt like the start of a song.
Sometime we'll be back
again,
with another episode.
Probably the same time next week.
I'll just play the actual song now.
Yeah.